Is that where that International Space Station, when they build that, is that for these purposes, Gene, to take people like that off planet to be able to try them or just, make those decisions?
That's actually done by the Galactic Alliance, not the Federation. Federation's cabal. Galactic Alliance is trying them on a planet that's actually essentially a a court planet, where beings are taken to court for crimes against God, Creator, the laws of God, etc. They've been violation, and in this case now humans.
I want to just make sure I just grab what you said there. So did you say the Federation is the cabal, Gene?
Right.
Yes.
So the Federation, and I'm just going to put it in this perspective, so the Galactic Alliance would be, quote unquote, the good guys, the Galactic Federation, bad guys, right?
You got it. That's why it's another tricky thing with words. The cabal is really clever with words.
So the Galactic Federation, they are disinformation?
Yeah. And that's why, if you go into Quebec Artichoke, and they always say the Alliance, and Trump's part of the Alliance. They didn't say he's part of a federation. He's part of an alliance. It's the alliance of free peoples and free planets throughout all of creation. So the Federation, part of that is the bad side of the Palladians, the bad side of the Nordics, the Ashtar Command. The Ashtar Command is one of the few still trafficking children and humans off world. Yeah. And part of that is also Jesus Sananda, which, they claim is the Son of God, which is not. There's only one begotten Son of God. That's Jesus Christ. They claim Jesus Sananda is that being. No, it's not. They long ago came out with a series of books saying, oh, we're here for you. We're here to rescue you and help you, on and on and on and on. And
holy cow, Gene, this is a whole show in itself.
Right, because there's so many people right now talking everything about the Galactic Federation this, the Galactic Federation that, and so forth and so on. But from your perspective, that is not who we should be following or listening to?
Yeah, it's the Galactic Alliance, and they take a lot of the Galactic Alliance's information and put their name over it as their own, just like the cabal does. When you get fairly intelligent, knowledgeable, and educated, especially scientists and things like that, what they'll do is they'll take a lot of very high-level information, and then they'll put just a few seeds of utterly decrepitude and darkness in there to lead you astray. It'll be very subtle at first, and it walks you down a different path eventually.
Is there and I guess to try to put it in a visual perspective, Gene, if I can ask it this way from you, is there like a geographical location where the Federation resides and where the Alliance resides, or do they cohabitate with each other like we cohabitate here on Earth?
The Federation is centered on Mintaka in the Orion Belt, which is where the reptilian type Marduk's kind of peoples are located, which
that explains a lot.
Orion.
And then
where are the Alliance?
The Alliance is centered for this octant, which is we're in the black octant, or the black cube as they call it, which is why they, a lot of Jewish people have that black cube on their forehead or a ring, and the Muslims walk around that. It symbolizes this 1/8 of the universe that the Milky Way is in, but they're centered in Andromeda. And then there's the Council of Seven, which runs the Guardian Alliance, and that is part of the Galactic Alliance. And so the Alliance, the top of the Alliance, and the judgment for the prison planet for crimes against Creator is run by the Tengri. And then there's 6 other non-terrestrial groups that are involved with that have been helping humanity and protecting us for a long time from beings worse than what we got here already.
That's so fascinating. Gene, I want to ask, go ahead.
Okay. So are there Palladians on both the Alliance and the Federation, or do they only...
Yes.
They are.
Yeah, you've got both. They're kind of a culture that's split down the middle. So you had half of them go dark and half of them not. Kind of like where the human race sits right now. You've got half of them that are worshiping Satan and doing horrific things to children. And then you have the other half that are appalled at it. And, you know, like Trump and the alliance on earth that are appalled at that and purposely step forward to make that stop for that exact reason for the children as the primary motivator.
How does one use discernment in today's world? Because there's a lot of people, and this was, you know, again, this is going to be eye-opening for a lot of people that are watching this here. There's a lot of people that are channeling in or tapping into the Federation. And how does
they're
one
thinking that it's
they're thinking it's whatever it is. They're thinking it's a
higher vibration.
A higher vibration. How does one use discernment between those two, Gene?
For me, one of the things I look at is, and you know, this is something that in my studies I learned long ago, that a really intelligent lady said to me that I heard, and it's anytime you're getting a free lunch, you usually are lunch.
Anytime you're getting a free lunch, you usually are lunch. Okay, so can you go a little? I'm getting where you're.
He has to go any further
Yeah,
than that, Jay.
You think a species is going to come in here and rescue us and do everything for us? God doesn't work that way. The light side, you have to do the work. You got to come to Christ. You got to do the prayer. You got to change your life. You got to stand up for yourself. You got to start caring. You got to start treating other people respectfully. You can't just have a magic cookie, a magic pill, whatever, and whip obeying. Oh, no, you don't have to do anything other than go help me. And here they come and show up and rescue you. And you don't have to do a thing. You don't have to change how you act or behave. You don't have to do anything. They're going to rescue you just because you're human. No, you got to work. That's the alliance. The reason the alliance, the Guardian Alliance, the Galactic Alliance could help us is because a whole massive amount of humans, including 1/5 the Dark Fleet, defected to start to create an alliance of humans to stand up against the reptilians and the AI and all of that, and saying no more this stuff with the kids and the human trafficking and all that stuff. No more. And a lot of people lost, you know, people don't see it here, but a lot of people out that were in the space programs lost their lives and gave a lot. It was a massive battle that gave everything. A lot of people got killed in that process. There was a lot of massive battles that occurred in late 2017. That you could actually see if you were paying attention, where you know, like over Colorado, it would cloud up every night, but we would have lightning with no thunder all night long. Big, huge clouds, long cigar-shaped clouds and big disc-shaped clouds. If you know, anti-gravitics, when it works, it creates clouds around the craft. And then you have lightning with no thunder. Those are rail cannons and plasma situation, you know, weapons, all of that type of thing. So there was massive battles over all the skies on Earth for the Earth. And a lot of people that in the Alliance gave their lives so that we wouldn't be wiped out. By now, if they hadn't done that, we would all be, most of us not alive anymore. And the rest of us would be in a nuclear winter. And Hillary, would have got in, or they'd have put somebody like what the mess we have right now. But far worse, they'd have absolute control and put us all in camps by now. Who's left from that?
If it wasn't for the Alliance, that's what would have happened to us.
Well, they're always referring